All right, guys, we are at the Lockwood-Mathews mansion. We are about to go in and take a tour. I can't remember if we're doing, what was it, the 30-minute or was it a 45-minute or a 90-minute?
I think it was a 45.
Or a 90? I don't remember, but either way, we're going to go in and see. I am very excited. Y'all are about to see beauty. It's like a real life haunted mansion. Yeah, let's go. Guided tours Wednesday through Sunday. Is it Wednesday? Yeah. 90-minute. Okay. History reimagined. All right, we are waiting for our tour to start. Very excited. Look at the woodwork. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at that. I don't want to touch it. They fold. They fold into the wall. They fold into the wall. Oh my God. You know what? People were so much smarter back then. Look at those old blocks. It's crazy to think that this just sat empty at one point, being used for storage, right? Hoping to catch some spirits on the film. Video of this kitchen table. Look at it. Like, this is what I'm looking for at the house. Stained. Well, it's not stained, but it's like frosted edged glass. Y'all just wait. Y'all are gonna be blown away by what you see in this house. You really are. Okay, so you see? Okay. And now it comes out, and it's like a little, it closes up. Can you fucking believe it? Oh my God. Oh, hello. Oh, no.
Not built by Leffley now. This was actually done by a company in Bridgeport with it's gone around and pull up under the shed. When the house was being built, there were over 200 workers on this property.
Oh, wow.
And they were working for kosher.
Wow, look at those doors.
Yeah, these are newly cleaned.
Incredible.
Refurbished, and they've done a beautiful job. You know, as we go through the house, you're going to see a lot of repetitive symbolism. Fleur-de-lis, of course, because it's a French chateau.
Wow.
These are heads of Medusa here, but
Yeah.
minus the snakes.
Yeah.
And oysters, even back then, they were getting oysters out of the water. But they exactly correct as far as the degrees and pointing in the right direction. But it is slightly. This is the main entrance hall.
That was pretty.
So the main entrance hall was certainly meant to be impressive. And now we have to talk about the famous Herder brothers. I don't know if you've heard of them. The Herder brothers, Gustav and Christian, were from Germany, and they were renowned for their hand-carved woodwork. Considered to be some of the finest woodwork in North America.
Oh, yes.
So they're just, incredibly done. We shipped over Florentine marble columns from Italy.
Oh, wow.
And the marble columns rest on a red Egyptian marble base, which is called porphyra. This is a room, so you're right on the floor. This is the floor that was damaged.
Okay.
But you can get a good shot of it here. You can see.
Oh, wow. Is that wood as well?
Yes.
Oh.
It's beautiful parquet floor. And this is during his time. This is a $25,000 painting.
That's the one?
In Yosemite. Yeah, that's the one that's in St. Johnsbury now. This was so big he could hardly hang it up on the piano.
Yeah, it's massive.
But this was like his art gallery. So when you came in, you see this incredible art gallery with sculptures, a sculpture of Excelsior, this painting, the Annunciation. He had paintings and sculptures all over. And again, either in Europe or brought here. So they perished as she perished. Also, these are original Herder Brothers chairs.
Oh my goodness.
That you see right here. We have one there and one there. And they're actually, you can see them actually in the original photos over there, which is one of the neat things about this. Black and white photos so you can compare.
Oh,
you can see
the ceiling.
This is Lockwood, this is decor. This is Mathews here.
Oh, wow.
And you can see Lockwood was a little earlier and a little more heavy Victorian drapes and things.
That's incredible. Look at the...
However, but It did. Well, you know, I will tell you, speaking of wind, this was a conservatory. So, you know, these are the kind of plants that they used to have back in the day. But, you know, the Lockwoods might come out here in the morning after breakfast and sit and drink tea or whatever, and maybe just read the paper. There's a door on the left, the gardener would come in, and he would a giant tree crashed through the glass here.
Oh my
and
God.
Shattered it. And shattered, actually destroyed the tiles on the floor. But, so you're looking sadly, mostly, this is all, what do you call it, the
Like unbreakable
Gotta get a
almost.
video.
Like, sorry.
Because this is the first strike. We actually, the first strike, we actually have original wallpaper in a frame.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what they did with it, and it was here before we closed, but I haven't seen it since.
So that's what's on the wall.
Yeah, so this room suffered damage.
Okay.
This room was originally designed by a man called Leon Marcotte, and it's actually in Elizabethan style.
Yeah.
And actually, if you look up there, you can see the masquerade. See the dog?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a dog there, which again, very Elizabethan, you know, the hunting dog.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of masquerades throughout. When Lockwood had the wall, this room, you have to admire this fireplace.
Oh yes.
I think this fireplace is incredibly done.
Probably hand carved by
It
the.
was black marble and the gold panels, painted panels, etc. Back in the day when Lockwood was living here, everything ran on gas lighting, and there were really everything back in the day.
Yeah.
They locked everything up. And here,
Hello.
let me introduce you. This is Charles, not Charles, the Grand Lockwood.
Okay.
And that's his wife, Anne Louisa Benedict Lockwood. Those are original portraits.
Gorgeous.
And,
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, with satin wood and a Greek key pattern, that's ebony. And you have a palmetto design inlaid in satin wood as well. We have the winged lions here. People are always arguing about the griffin. Some people,
Yeah.
The griffin is a very shady, when you're looking things up, because I always grew up with a griffin had a head like an eagle and a beak.
Yeah.
You see that.
Yeah.
This is a lion with wings.
Right.
Now,
Something different.
even when I looked it up, there's kind of a shady thing, because they say, well, some people call them griffins, but most people think that. But I always call them winged lions of a St. Mark. His very precious belongings, he would build these vaults to keep his things in, and that was just the way they did it back in the day.
So are these his books, or are these just
Not most of them, no,
Right.
because again, those all went, but what do you do when you have a museum and everything disappears?
Yeah.
What you have to do is you get books from the same era, which
Yeah.
is what we do. We get the old, that is acid etched glass. That's the goddess Pomona, and she's called the goddess of fruitful abundance. And Pomona means apple. And so when Pierre Victor Gallant, who did all the acid etched glass, was working with the Herder brothers on this room,
Mm-hmm.
he had them put the flues up either side of the fireplace so this could be prominently displayed. And
Gorgeous.
this is a Polsco. And of course, back in the day, the way light filters through rooms was an aesthetic consideration. This room is dedicated to music. And as if you look at the ceiling, you will see all the musical symbolism. Also, this room is this is a conserved room. So you're looking at a very original room,
Nice.
which luckily did not suffer a lot of damage like some of the other rooms, you know. But this room is very, very original. You know, they have, walls are plastered, they stencil on the walls and then paint them in. There was, Mrs. Lockwood have piano, we have Herter Brother furniture here,
Is it more like different types of wood, or?
oh yeah, there's all, you know, they use black walnut, walnut English, American walnut, satin wood. For instance, this doorway, here's a pocket door for you.
Yeah.
These doors are particularly incredible because this is all marquetry, and this is bird's eye maple inlaid with rosewood, and you've got hand carved, you know, all this hand carving. But if you look at this little fellow here playing the flute, people
Mhm.
think it's painted, This is actually all inlaid wood.
Oh,
The
wow.
artisans took different types of wood and they inlaid it into the door to form that
Oh
pattern.
my gosh. And then that green color?
That has to be, I was asking about that, and I'm saying, I don't know about this. If there's anything painted on this door, it may be, it's probably a tint, because they as well, though they would have used some kind of slight tint or stain to bring out a little more color.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I know. I wish I had doors like this at home.
I'm telling
I
you.
always say
Let me
that,
just,
you
I'll
know.
just move in here. I won't
Yeah,
be
I
a
know.
bother.
This is actually, we're standing groundhog.
That's so
He always
cute.
appears. I have to say, sorry, there are quite a few of these guys out here. They like to run under the porch.
Oh,
They're pretty
goodness.
tame, so they come out.
That's
We
so
make
funny.
a joke. We say, there's a groundhog. But anyways, what's he doing now?
Eating, doing something.
I was sitting in the field yesterday and a groundhog came racing right by me, and it was crazy. Now, I want to point out a couple things that it's easier to notice from this era. Oh, Mike. Hi there. This is Mike.
Hello.
What are you up to? Anyways.
Wow. So is this all plaster?
Yes, the walls are plaster, but this room is designed in Louis the style of Louis
Mhm.
XVI. Couple of things I'll point out from here because we will be going in the other way.
Okay.
First of all, this chair that we got from Sotheby's, that's an original Sotheby's chair.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Lockwood chair. He used to have 6 of these in this room. When we go to the other side, you'll actually see them in the black and white photo.
Okay.
But they were going for a long time and they were sold off ages ago. And then Sotheby's suddenly came into possession of them. So we found out they had the 6. And of course,
Oh, wow.
since they were originally here, we wanted to we would have liked to have grabbed the 6, but the problem is this chair is worth about $25,000.
Oh my
so
God.
we could only afford about one of these.
The little
chairs.
tiny one?
Yeah, the little tiny one. It has this is a beautiful example of Herder Brothers hand-carved furniture.
Wow.
I mean, just incredible hand-carved. Look at her dress.
It's incredible.
Yeah. And one of the things that's very interesting is we do know that there's some others out there. I can't state it entirely as fact, but we do believe that when they had these made, they intended to have for everybody who attended their 25th wedding anniversary party, they were to be given out as party favors.
Oh my God.
That's a little ostentatious, I
Yeah,
will
look.
say.
It's so statues of themselves, like given to other people.
Yeah, like, here, ma'am, take this home. Here, sir, you can have these. Okay, so all the paintings are essentially sold off or went to museums or private collections, whatever. So what are these? Well, I don't know how much you've heard about the films made. Have you heard anything about it?
Wait, there was one recently.
Yes, Stephen King, Mr. Harrigan's Phone.
Yes.
Yeah, did you see it?
Yes, I did. I watched it specifically because it was here.
Oh, good for you.
Yes.
Donald Sutherland, he's no longer with us, but yeah, I think that was about the last movie he made. He was not in good shape, but one thing they did here though, when they made that film, the Netflix, they somehow talked our management into taking the rug off the floor.
Oh Lord.
But anyway, but the very first movie that was made here, one of the early movies was anybody, I don't know if you remember Dark Shadows or heard of it.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so back in the mid-60s, the house. So they had a geothermal style of heating down in the massive basement, like that, one of Shakespeare's legends. You can see where the plexiglass is.
Yeah.
That was actually the original color of this room. With the
Yeah,
red,
I was gonna ask
with
about
the
that.
green key pattern stenciling, but I was asking about that, but I guess when they were going to repaint this was repainted.
Yeah.
This one had to be, but I guess there was a bit of an issue. Oh no. Sorry. Oh, is Carl coming?
Do you mind if I won't step on the stairs. I just want to record the little light right there.
Oh, you can do the light. Yeah. I have to take you. Everything okay for you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just my dad.
Oh, okay. So, one other thing on these rooms. We do have a bathroom downstairs, and we have one upstairs for Mike, which you're going to look at.
Oh.
I'm very interested in seeing how the old timers one.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Because I old styles compared to now.
Oh, okay, you will. When we get upstairs, you definitely will see Mr. Lockwood's bathroom. I'll explain to you. So just briefly, this is the dining room.
Oh,
And
wow.
this was designed by a man called George Platt, who was a friend of the architect. George Platt was actually an architect, but he decided he was more interested in interior design. He designed this all. If you look at the wood, you're going to notice the wood is different.
Yeah.
This wood is actually made out of oak.
Okay.
Most of it. There's a little black walnut here, but he used oak, whereas the Herder brothers always used a lot of dark walnut. So the dining room, servants would come through. There's a hallway that connects here to the butler's pantry.
Okay.
And the servants would come through. You'd ring for them. You can see that there's a bell in the system to ring for the servants here.
Yeah.
That was installed in the wall. And they come out. Here's the sideboards. This is an example of what happens when the house was abandoned. Now you can see how things disappeared,
Oh,
right?
yeah, looks like something maybe is missing from right there.
I'm sure you can guess if you look hard enough.
A clock.
Yep. There's a clock. Look how beautifully the drapes are cut, though.
I know, that's incredible.
I love how beautifully these are done. Somebody cut out the caryatids here.
Oh my gosh.
This is not original.
Okay, yeah, they sure
were
did.
Little Samson or Hercules figures
Oh,
that were
wow.
holding up the mantle. But we have a black and white foot over there, so you get to see what it looked like with the clock and the caryatids. Some people think even they're looking here like someone was going to try to remove this as well. But I think, yes, I think they gave up. Maybe they thought that would be too much. I'm glad they stepped on it with just to celebrate. Yeah, it was just,
Oh,
we
wow.
came back after everything, it wasn't there. But, this is her top of the flowers, not the chair.
I have no idea.
Okay, well, I'll keep you in suspense on that. It's actually a nice cooler.
Oh.
So back in the day,
Wow.
that's where they put their champagne. They put ice in there, and put their bottles of champagne in
Very
there.
interesting.
Some people thought it was a commode, and I was like,
You never know.
Well, I said, I don't think you want one right next to relatives or descendants. And when the museum got going,
No, it's not.
This is the drawing room. So this is the drawing room, and this whole room was designed by Pierre Victor Galland.
Oh my God.
You're looking at a little card room there.
Yeah.
That's an original Lockwood chandelier that was in the room. And if you look at the Paris, believe it or not, he sent a lot of his stuff over from Paris. So it had been sent here and then had to be put up on the wall. Where that white button is, there was actually a chandelier from there. And I'm not sure if they have that. Randolph Rogers. He was an American sculptor, and he went to and this is about the Great Hunger.
Oh, wow.
It's about them coming to America because of the Great Hunger and the famine that was going on.
Like the potato famine?
And so, yeah, we just opened here. And this, by the way, I will introduce Charles Lockwood-Mathew, head of the second family.
I figured that was him.
I always say he looks like, I always say this, he looks like General Custer to me.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. For some reason, I think General Custer. I don't think that better not, but this is our new exhibit, and you want to take a minute to look around.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
You can see some of the damage here.
Oh, yeah. And now is some of that fading from the sun?
It's fading from the sun, but also there was some water damage.
Oh,
here.
okay.
They've never put it quite back to where it should be. But, and again, this is another example. There's certainly something that's here that disappeared from his fireplace. But this was the billiard room.
Okay.
So the ladies would go to the drawing room after they dined, and then would come here, and you could see in our photos, that's gonna punish you.
That sun's in here, that's for sure.
It's showing on this side, and this is, he had 2 billiard tables, and again, that symbolism, if you look down on the house, that's what it would look like with the Greek cross and the 8-pointed star.
Nice. I'm seeing some plumbing in here.
Ladies would want to see this plumbing. Come on in.
Look at the doors.
I know. There was none of the best of shape, so you see some of the damage.
So would this have been a bathroom?
Here's a good example of the sink. Well, that's a box for the toilet.
Yeah, I thought that
We'll
was.
see some things when we go upstairs.
Oh,
What's
look at
left
that.
anyways. So the faucets would turn left to right for hot and cold running water, right? One was for hot water, one was for cold water, and this would be for drinking water.
Oh, wow, okay.
And methinks that little dolphin head on the end, I wouldn't be surprised if Vanderbilt, I think in Vanderbilt's mansion, though it is not as intricate,
Yeah.
even though it's gigantic, does not have the hand-carved woodwork and all the stuff that Lockwood has, even though it's a smaller house.
He was a hater for Lockwood.
Yeah.
He was jealous.
Yeah, well, I think he was jealous too.
So would this have been like the original wall?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So, you know, this might have been this era, maybe when the town was coming in and it was falling apart. Good shape
Yeah.
of what's going on. And again, look at all this marquetry. It's like every bit of wood in this house has a design.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And yeah, it's incredible it was done in 4 years.
Yeah. That's always what I marvel about. Where it's done. We're going to go into the bedrooms. And it's quite a drop. You know, when I first started working here, I thought that this would have been added later, a little later.
Yeah.
But then when I went in the archives and I was looking at all the black and white photos, this was here. I assume that probably because he had 6 children, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm flying over. This is a very low banister, you know, you want to fly over pretty bad.
Yeah, how long have you been?
About 5 years, going on 5. Minus, you know, the 2 years we were closed for renovation, etc. And they had wrapped up somewhere that actually is in better condition.
Wow.
But this was Mr. Lockwood's wife's, Anne Louisa, and original furniture. And of course, she had one of the best views.
Oh yeah.
Yankee Doodle Bridge wasn't there, you know. Everybody could step out on that balcony. That's what I liked. They had these big bedrooms, and you could step out on the balcony. But now, if you look over here, you're going to notice how much damage is still.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think we were able to see that last time we were here.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're
nothing.
okay.
We went upstairs.
Is it in a
And it
cabinet?
connects to the servants.
Oh, okay.
No, that might have been the kids on the 3rd floor had something like that. But, which I wish we could go there. But she had her fireplace. This is where the oldest rug was before it disintegrated or they did what they did. So you have the sinks with the marble countertops and the porcelain bowls, of course. And her bathtub would be up there, the direct connection to the servants' quarters. She would have had a maid who would be helping.
So these are burglar alarm.
Yeah. So this
Wow.
was a burglar alarm. And copper wires inlaid into the floor, and it ran off a dry cell battery, and you'll see some bits of it in the servants' quarters. And if someone stepped on these, I wish I had in my house.
Yeah.
Look at how gorgeous this is. This is one of my favorite doors up here. I just think
Pretty.
the way they inlaid wood into other wood and the way they designed it is
Very
so
unique.
So
wonderful.
intricate.
Yes. And then, of course, here's a sink. You've
Yep.
got a full sink here.
Yep, I've seen
Look at
that one.
this.
I loved it. Love
They're
it now.
almost full, you know.
Are those holes like for draining, I guess, if it
Yeah,
gets
the
too
holes
full?
would be for draining in the sink.
Okay. Very interesting.
They kind of spiffed up this room. This is some little side room.
Right.
Now there's a room here. This would be where they put HVAC in here and everything. But
Oh,
this
okay.
is but this would be the closet.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, back in the day, he used these big wardrobes for a lot of his
Yeah.
clothes, etc.
Look at the baseboards in here.
Yeah, I know.
How thick they are.
Into Mr. Lockwood's room.
Oh,
Yeah,
hello.
that's part of the burglar alarm too.
Oh, okay.
You're almost walking by. This is part of it, not all of it. See here? See there?
Oh, okay. Very interesting. So did it make like I guess a bell or something would
There
sound
would be
off?
little bells that would ring. Yeah,
Wow,
there'd be little
interesting.
bells that would ring. And
I don't know what that is.
so now we're going to Mr. Lockwood's room.
Oh, hello.
His Irish union coat. Looks like-
How you doing?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So this
Yep.
room you can see the damage. You know, you see the damage. Some people like it this way, some don't. I kind of like it because I think it's.
Gives the character.
Yeah, you
It's-
feel the history and you see the contrast between how we were able to fix up some things and yet what some of the damage that happened. So the little room that you just walked into is the, where's my brain?
Oh, look at the walls. My goodness.
Observatory, oratory.
Look at the
It's an
painting.
oratory.
Now, isn't that real, like, gold in the walls? Or it was like...
Probably, or some kind of gold leaf or something.
Yeah.
He didn't spare any expense. I feel that the pattern is rather Masonic in this room.
It is.
Some people agree with me, some are like,
Because look at, like, you know, the stars and the...
In France, though, a lot of the chateaus in France have that star pattern in a lot of their fancy chateaux.
That is gorgeous.
This woman from Paris was here. She goes, "Oh, in France we have this star, you know," and it wouldn't surprise me because Lockwood loved French chateaus and French art. And these are original chairs.
Wow.
This is what Carl brought back as the grandson of the chauffeur.
Oh my God.
This is original furniture from the Matthews family. And no doubt Herder Brothers. So you see the little, again, you see that floral pattern that they're renowned for. And this is lovely too. I love this.
Yeah.
So
I'm obsessed with the painting on the wall. Like the... It just looks, I don't even know how to describe it.
I know. I think it looks Masonic anyways.
It's almost like
Again, there's the fireplace, there's a peacock there, and that's some terracotta with the birds, etc. Obviously something was here that disappeared. I'm sure there was something they, I don't know.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
I know, I love the peacock, and even this is lovely here.
Baby, don't you dare touch it.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Follow me.
I'm sorry, I'm a guy. I gotta touch everything.
No, I understand.
Oh my God.
Okay, so here's your bathroom, okay?
That's the tub I was talking about.
This is a tub. You can see how that was hot and cold running water.
I'm constantly disappointed with modern homes because they don't look like this.
No, I mean, this is so much more artistic.
It's beautiful.
Obviously a lot more expensive as well. But you can see that Brescia marble was imported from Europe for his countertop. And you have these faucets and everything. There is a legend, which is, I think is persisted, and which I think is probably true. When Charles Matthews died, they said they put him on a block of ice in the bathtub because his wife and daughter were in Europe.
I can see that.
We heard too.
Yeah, you heard it too, yeah. So I don't think it's that far-fetched, not to mention Lockwood had rows and rows of ice.
Now, is this the original tub?
Okay, now we gotta look at the toilet. He wants
Oh,
to
yeah.
I want to see everything.
This is the water closet. So this is very original.
Oh, very private.
Yeah, so I am going to tell you one thing, and this disturbs me.
Okay.
Is before we closed and the renovations were done, all these toilets were perfectly on base.
Okay.
And you can see that's
not.
I
Yeah.
don't know what the heck is going on. Every toilet, there's another one I'll show you.
Maybe settling or something?
I don't know what the construction basket did. I don't know if you have an idea, but I don't. But I mean, it was even more crooked, and they straightened it a little. But my understanding is, so that he had this toilet. You can see this is what I don't know. You probably know about the English toilets. The guy who originally developed the water closet, his name is Thomas Crapper. So.
Crapper?
Yes.
Oh.
Now you know where that comes from. But he, I had an English architect in here looking at it, and he's got a crapper here. But he explained how, again, you would pull that, the water would come through from that big tank up there. Yeah.
Well, it looks like this toilet is, so on the bottom of it, it's got like a oval shape.
Yeah.
And it sits in the toilet flange. And right now, for our toilet now, we have a white string that goes from the floor to the toilet.
Yeah.
This is sitting on top, so it's not even sitting in the hole, so that's why it's not even sitting flush. Because at one time it was.
Yeah, it was.
You can see where it was, but.
Yeah, I don't know what they did. I went down and I said, what's going on with all these toilets? I'm trying to, people are fascinated by this water closet. And again, we're looking at the stenciling of the horseshoe Moorish design.
You notice like up here is a lot of purple, like purpley pink like colors,
Yeah.
like the
yeah,
purple.
Yeah.
And
I
then
like
down.
the molding too, with the gold leaf and the black molding.
Oh
And
yeah.
then of course look at the
And more blue and the orange.
very Moorish fireplace. Now, because they both families traveled extensively, so
Wow.
they, this is where if guests came to the house or relatives, this would be like a sitting room for them. The children could come downstairs and visit with their relatives or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
And this might be a marker in history when everything went wrong and the crash came.
Yeah.
Because you'll see he was still having some interior design and painting done, all of a sudden it just ends.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
okay.
would
I see.
stencil and then they would paint. Now what's interesting is if you look at this black and white photo of Matthew was doing, and so there's some things he did I don't understand, because I thought Matthews was very wealthy. On the other hand, he only lived about 3 years after he moved in here. But he put the biggest bookcase he could find up against there so you couldn't see that the stenciling was not finished. But again, this is a really nice room.
It is.
And
All history.
yeah, I do like this room. We're going to go into another room. I have to get you to the service quarters, that's why, and I'm sorry. If it was up to me, I'd be here for another half hour, but this is the apricot room. It's an Italian room, part of the Italian suite.
Okay.
It's a small room, and we have an Italian type fireplace here. That's a wash stand. Of course, it was called the apricot room because you see the painting, the color of the paint here.
That's pretty.
And it's a small little room.
Love
I
the
just wanted
green.
a sad little room. I don't know why, but
Maybe back then it was much more vibrant.
maybe I hope so. But I do believe Lillian. Oh, don't open that. I'm sorry. There's a cracked mirror. That's why. But you'll see one in another room. I'll show you actually. It's part of this because.
But that bed's hard as a rock.
Yep, probably.
So this is another room that has a toilet that's not exactly. See that? You can step in there for a minute and take a look too.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely see what you mean about the toilets.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I don't know why it's that way.
I gotta look at these sinks. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's sort of like an interior bathroom, inside bathroom.
I wonder what's on the other side of that window.
No, there's probably another room.
Yeah.
There's another, room in the hallway or something. And then you can take a quick look in here.
Okay.
And I gotta get you down to the servants' quarters.
Oh wow. Okay.
So this is
Oh,
another
Lord.
part of the Italian room. We keep things in here, but you can take a look. Now that you can see the wash basin here and this part of it, okay, with fixtures, etc. And this is probably the only fireplace that somewhat matches the one that's in there. But
The paint's in pretty good condition in here.
It's in pretty good condition. Maybe not on that wall.
Yeah.
We just got through with the Bulls of Wall Street exhibit, which was very interesting.
Oh wow.
I never realized there were so many sandy. So you're gonna go down the stairs.
Oh my goodness.
When you hit that landing, you're gonna go
Oh
right.
my lord. Okay. Tiny stairs
Okay.
for my big feet. You said where turn right?
Yeah, it goes right through that doorway.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll head towards the elevator.
Oh.
So this is part of the servants' quarters. On the third floor, there were a lot more bedrooms and lodgings for the servants, and that was the children's floor as well, which we can't go up
okay.
because of fire regulations.
Yeah.
So Lockwood had, when he was here, at its height, he had about 16 women living in the house, servants.
Okay.
Most of them were primarily Irish. There's some Swedish or French, whatever. But Lockwood was quoted in newspapers as saying that he believed his servants should have lodgings like a first-class hotel.
Yeah.
So he treated them very well. He gave them great amenities. I just want to point this out first. This was Mr. Well, it's not Daniel Bayman, but Daniel Bayman was an African-American coachman who Lockwood had and took him around in horse and carriage throughout Norwalk his entire life, as well as he had another coachman in New York City who would drive him around. Daniel Bayman was there till the end with Mr. Lockwood, and when Mr. Lockwood passed away, He actually left Daniel Bayman 20 acres in Oyster Bay, Long Island.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so again, you see these little bits of philanthropy and kindness towards the people who work for him.
Yeah.
Less generous.
So the difference is Lockwood versus Matthews, how they kept the rooms.
Yeah, I mean, from everything I understand about Mr. Matthews, and again, these are sculptures from our Irish exhibit.
Yeah, right?
Have you guys never tried to open it?
Well, Carl said he went up there one day and opened the door. We're not really supposed to go there. Carl went up there one day, he opened it, and he said all he found was a bunch of beer cans in there.
So someone just been going up there to drink?
Like people used to come up here
But
and,
you know what?
yeah.
This needs to be explored.
Yeah.
If you don't explore it,
Thank you.
ain't gonna have the history.
I wish there was so much more open to you, because I know we got a 3-hour tour, but I really do. I think
Oh, a
it's
little
so
closet.
cool to know everything. This is a very old closet with, you know, the wallpaper is, you know, not too great, but this would have been put in later, because look at
The
this
trim,
here.
yeah.
I
It's
think
not
they
the
put
same
this in.
period.
This could have been another servant's bedroom or something, and they might have turned it into a closet or something.
Oh, yeah.
And this is our final area.
Okay.
This is a list of all the servants
Oh, okay.
who were here back
Hey,
in
baby,
the
might be
day.
some of your people up there. Irish
Yeah.
servant?
Well,
Are they
I-
Irish
My
or?
grandfather was Murray.
Really?
Murray. I had a Murray as a grandfather, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And, but I don't know if there's a connection or not.
You never know.
You gotta do that 20.
That was one of the best experiences of my life. I'm serious. Last time we came was like 12 years ago. We had all the kids with us. We saw some of the same stuff, but like, loved it.
Incredible.
I'm blown away. Loved it. Guys, we just got done with the 90-minute tour, which ended up taking too long because I'm obsessed with that house and talked the lady's ear off, but she loved it.
It took 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Because like I'm just so interested. But yeah, we just got done with that. I'm gonna have to put that in a separate vlog because it's just so much. It's like 40 minutes all by itself. It's green, but I don't think we can go. We're gonna have to do something. Okay.
It's alright.
So now what are we heading to do? It's 4:30.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. I need to pick something up real quick. And
For what?
for me. And then we're gonna go get gas, and then we're gonna go meet up with my dad.
Okay, well, all right. So I gotta tell y'all, so last time we went to the Lockwood-Mathews mansion was in 2014. So Maddox is almost 13 now. He was only 8 months old when we went. But we had our friend Brian give us a tour, and he was able to take us into some parts of the mansion that people weren't really allowed to go into, just because, you know, he's our friend. He's our good friend Valerie's son.
He's a family friend.
He's like family. But while I was in there, this was back before like we had a cell phone, so I was like snapping pictures with a digital camera, and I wasn't even thinking, y'all know I'm a paranormal freak, like I love haunted shit. I was in there just snapping pictures. I wasn't really thinking about anything. Like, yes, it's an old house, but I just wasn't thinking about it. I get home and I'm like uploading these pictures onto the camera or onto the computer, and I'm like, Brian, I'm like, come look at this. Like, there were certain rooms that had people take pictures all the time. Tell me how often you get orbs, perfect orbs in pictures. Hardly ever.
And we're not talking about
Okay.
like one. There was like multiple.
So in one room, if I can find the pictures, I'm gonna put them, but I don't know if I can find them. Thousands of orbs. It was insane. And then there was a room where one of the owners had passed away. His bed was up against the wall, and then there's a door to the right. Right between the bed and like on the door was one very large, huge orb with like blue and green and all sorts of colors in it. It was not a play on light because there was hardly no like sun shining through. There was just no way that it wasn't light, is what I'm saying. If I can show it to you, I will. And then there was a picture in the rotunda, which is like the middle of the house where there's like a huge like glass, you know, above. But I was taking pictures of the artwork in there, and there was orbs just everywhere. So it was only these three spaces, and this lady that just gave us the tour was kind of telling us her personal experiences. And everywhere that I just named, she said she's had a personal experience of being grabbed on her shoulder, or she's heard like someone say hello, or, you know, just something weird. And she was kind of going over like some stories of people that had gone in there to do work, that like stuff they had seen, but you know, she said, oh, you know, we can't really talk about it in here. They don't want us to talk. They don't want that being associated with the house because then people are scared to come in. But when you have a house that old, full of that much history, people pass away, you know, it's likely that there's going to be some kind of paranormal activity.
Correct.
So that was a very interesting, you know, right up my alley. Architecture, design, paranormal. I said, just let me move in. You won't even know I'm here. Like, I'll hide in the servants' quarters or something. But yeah, it was a really good experience. I don't know if I'm going to make a separate vlog about that.
I think you should.
Because I just feel like that deserves a video all of itself. And I really hope that y'all enjoyed it. I tried to get as much like video as possible, like over 30 minutes of video, I think. And if y'all are in the area, it's, what was it, $35 for a 90-minute tour, yep, and $25 for a
45-minute tour.
45-minute tour.
But
do the longer one.
Do the longer one. Do
the longer one. It is worth it. If you're, you know, if you're like me and you like that kind of stuff, you're gonna love it. And our tour guide was really nice, and she, you know, she understood that I was very interested, and she let me ask questions, and she let me run my mouth about this stuff. And yeah,
I think it's different when you have somebody that comes in and does a tour that just wants to look around, that doesn't know a lot about the history on it. But for you, being that you're so well educated and you really take to the history part.
I love the history.
And not only that, but like the woodworking.
Oh.
I mean, the woodworking is just immaculate.
I'll tell you right now.
And it's hard to imagine or believe that this was done before the technology that we have, and the shit lasted.
By hand.
The shit has lasted for so long.
The marble was carved by hand. The floors, the inlays were carved in place by hand. The plaster and the painting on the plaster was done by hand. This is a level of skill that you do not have today and do not see today. And, you know, I was telling y'all, this is a part that, you know, she kind of talked to us before we actually went on the tour to go over who LeGrand Lockwood and then the Matthews, the second owner, were. They had a level of wealth that even today would be hard to comprehend. So when he bought this land, he bought so much land in the middle of Norwalk that now, you know, the city owns it. So it's got bridges, it's got apartment buildings. But back in the day, you can imagine how beautiful with the gardens and seeing the, you know, the river that's over there, how that would have been. But back then, okay, they said he bought this house, or he paid $2 million for this house in 1864.
Yep.
Okay.
1864.
$2 million in 1864. Y'all can look that up and see what that would be today, because I bet you anything it would be. Oh, no. It would be. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna try to remember to put it in this video. But if y'all are in the area, please go stop by, check it out. You know, support it. They're constantly doing renovations. They're constantly trying to save it. It is a part of history. History is important. Very interesting. Y'all go check it out.
Yes, sir.
Love it. Bye. Oh, make sure y'all subscribe. Like,
please.
subscribe.
And drop a comment.
Yeah. Love you. Bye.